Okay, folks, time for some replay analysis here. This is a 1v1. I don't think I've done a 1v1 replay analysis yet, and this one was pretty good. This match mode, or this 1v1 clan war, I should say, back when clan wars existed. This took place, I believe, in late 2014, early 2015, and the Smurf over there is actually General X. He was always probably my hardest 1v1 to play, aside from maybe Silver. But he and I would have some good games. Actually, this is an unusual game, and I chose to show you an unusual game because uh, whenever I played GenX, we would usually not have games that lasted a full 20 minutes. And this one doesn't even go quite the full 20 minutes. I think it's 15. But typically, both of us would play so hard that one of us would end up winning within like 10 or 12 minutes or so. So this one is kind of strange in that regard. And the reason it's strange is because he goes inf, and normally that did not happen. He usually chose to go armor and armor
The
rushed.
reinforcements are here.
So I brought out like a
We're all in the
pretty
transport.
much an
We're all in the
anti-armor
transport.
strategy here, opening strategy, and it is a little unorthodox. I'm not sure if I fully condone this strat. It works if you really pull it off, which is what I
If you
think
need
I
more
do
units,
here.
just make the call.
But the crux of it is that you spawn, and I'm just going to pause for a second. You spawn your 3 ATs, 2 trucks, and APC over on the right side near beach. The trucks load up the trucks load up the ATs, and they cap supermarket and beach. The APC motors an AT into the enemy spawn near TV station to really hassle them there. And if you're an armor player on USSR side, and at the start of the freaking match you have an AT sitting in your back, that it's not good. It's not good for you. It can be hard to keep TV station capped, or you at least end up taking some damage. And the AT can scoot over into town as well if necessary. So a real important part of the strategy is also that as soon as you are physically capable of doing so, spawning over on the left side at gas
Unit
station,
lost.
so you can put an AT into
Your new
the
units are
truck
combat ready.
and cap gas station. Uh, th-
Incoming
this
fire!
strat's honestly a little bit hard to pull off because you have to make sure that this is really
Incoming
on
fire!
time. I was
They're
delayed by maybe
firing
like
at us.
5 seconds getting to that truck and
We're
AT
taking
in the
heat.
spawn, and hopefully it doesn't bite me here.
We're
I only
standing by
fast
to send
forwarded
in more
through this
units.
replay like real quick to get an idea of what it
We're
was
taking
before
heat.
I started recording. I think I get gas station here, but the thing is, GenX is now capping research, so he's gonna
They're
realize that
firing at
I
us.
played strong on the right
Incoming
side,
fire!
and I might be
Unit
weak over
lost.
at gas.
Incoming fire!
So he's probably gonna try and push that.
They're firing at us.
I finally remember to cap over there. I'm
They've
kind
got
of
one of your
losing. I'm kind of
units.
losing my engagements over here on the right. He capped beach.
We're under attack.
I believe he had an APC and AT attacking there. He's got a couple APCs harassing me there. That AT is not going to survive. Like,
You
I jumped
lost
him
a
into the
unit.
supermarket real quick,
We're
but
taking heat.
GenX just put a quick light arty barrage down and killed it. Super easy.
Your
You never want
reinforcement
to
is
stay in the
ready.
supermarket for long. I just didn't really have a choice there. Um, I should maybe pause this more to talk through more of what's going on, but we both got our drops down in town pretty quick. Did I lose a drop? Man, I wish there were a rewind feature in WiC replays. I'm not sure if I chose to drop just 2 or if I lost a drop somewhere in there, but we were pretty much both
We
right
got
on
a nice hit
time.
on that vehicle.
And look, GenX is like annihilating me right now. GenX has a lot of arrows on me. I only have gas station. This isn't looking great for me right now. But I will tell you, that's what GenX does. That's his style. He
You can
gets
order
you quickly.
reinforcements now.
And I'm trying to slow the bleeding. I drop a light arty barrage on his AT over there to
Reinforcements are
prevent
on the way.
more forts from
We're under
going up.
attack.
I'm dropping a light tank to give me some more power on the field. It's
They're
part of the
firing
problem
at us.
playing
They've got one of
in
your
We're
units.
taking heat.
1v1s is
We're
that
taking
your
heat.
main killing power are your
We're in
ATs at
combat.
first, until you can build up
We're under
a
attack.
force of ground units. Like light tanks and a outer roll medium tank or APC or something. So your ATs aren't that mobile, and you don't have a lot of killing power at first. GenX is just especially good at 1v1s, and he was able to convert a lot of killing power with whatever strategy he had. First of all, I think he really used those APCs to his advantage. Because I only had one APC in the field. I maybe went a little too heavy on the ATs, and so he had a couple APCs roll into my supermarket and beat me up because I just had a truck and an AT there, and I lost the AT foolishly. So
Your
carrying on, we can
reinforcement
see
has arrived.
I think this is a miscalculation by him, but he does so good to fix it. So he drops those light tanks there without really knowing what's there, and I just got forts up just in time. I think that
You've
was
got
a
casualties.
miscalculation, but he fixes it by dropping a tank buster on my AT. So he found that 6TA in his pocket. Notice he didn't try and kill a fort or anything. He left those forts alive, but he killed my AT, which is a much bigger problem for me than losing one of those forts.
We're under attack.
It's going to take him a little
If
while to
you need
cap
more
that because
units,
he doesn't
just
have a
make
lot
the
of killing
call.
power there, just some light tanks and an APC. But he's going to get it, I think, before I can
We're in
reinforce.
combat.
Um, I'm trying to mobilize, getting some more mobile killing power here on the ground with
We're
a
sending
couple
in the
APCs
reinforcements now.
in an AT, or excuse me, a medium tank shooting an AT there. So I'm going to go run him over and get Beach. I'm trying to work him over in town here. This AT is kind of
They're
hanging on
firing
by a
at us.
thread. He's running out of HP. I'm going to get that town
They're
cap, which
firing
is
at us.
nice. Does he have a sniper?
Your reinforcement has arrived.
I don't think so.
We're in combat.
But
They're
that's not
firing
good. I
at us.
just lost a drop. And look, he's working on gas. Here's another thing I should point out. He decapped this. So what GenX does, what he likes to do, is he likes to decap things to um, really put a lot of aero pressure on you. So even if he wasn't gonna cap this, it's gonna take me a second, especially in a 1v1. You can't do this in a 4v4, right? You can't just go uncapping willy-nilly most of the time because there will be enough people to cap it back. But in a 1v1 where you know your opponent is already having trouble keeping units on the field, if you can decap things, it makes it a lot more difficult for them to stay in it because you just bleed them, and before they can turn it around, the game's already over. So I think I'm actually going to win my engagement here at gas because I got an AT coming into that strong building
Copy that. Airborne
and a
infantry
med
inbound.
tank.
Out.
And, I think Gen X might have
Just give
recognized
the
that. I
order
think he
and
might
we'll
have
send
pulled
in
back.
some more units.
So I got Beach. Yeah, so he pulled back a little bit.
Unit killed.
He's going to try and deny. Oh no, he's gonna do it. Oh, he's so good. So he just
Roger
clustered
that.
that, and for
Empire's
some
inbound
reason
with
I
a
was putting my
Sheridan.
AT on there, I guess to
We're sending in the
fortify or
reinforcements now.
something. That's kind of bad luck. He had no reason to think that my AT was gonna go on that point. I just wanted it there to fortify. Maybe that's what he knew. He knew I wanted to fortify with it, but he used the missiles on his light units to blow up my med tank, um, which is problematic for me. And now he's gonna get a cap on gas station again. He's so good. So here comes 2 light tanks. I'm going to drop these. I'm going to try and get gas station back with those. I mean, I'm not doing so great here. He's beating me by 200 points on the score, so he's generated some more TA than I have.
The reinforcements are here.
He's also used more
We're
TA
under
than
attack.
I have.
Enemy soldier down.
So I got a town cap there. That helps, but I'm not going to be able to keep it capped, I don't think. I've got this APC here to shoot his airbornes if they try and come out. So I think he's not going to try and come out just yet.
If
I'm
you need
dropping
more
some
units,
sneaky
just
drops
make
in
the call.
there at research. I think the way Gen X plays, I think that might be a bit of a weakness for him, is that he's not always like dropping defensive drops and paying a lot of attention to that because his goal is to beat you quick and not let you hang around for too long. Or at least I think so anyway. If he watches this video, he's probably gonna say I'm wrong about everything I said, but. Um,
You lost a unit.
So I think he just dropped that light tank. I can see the chopper. So I think this is another miscalculation. Where you start to see things go wrong for him is that his gambles don't work out. A lot of times his gambles do work, and that's why he's so good, and that's why he can beat you so quick. And I think I wrote in my guide when I was going through a couple 1v1 players and their styles that you can feel like you're winning your engagements against GenX, or at least winning half of them, but still be losing badly because he's making these gambles that just tend to work out. This one did not work out, so I think he wanted to decap Beach, and he's not going to get it because I got a Ford up there. I have an APC ready to damage him, and that APC has some rank on it. It's weird. He should have seen this. If there's an airborne there, he should have seen that he wasn't going to get Beach. I'm not sure what he was thinking there. Maybe the machine gun for it wasn't up when he dropped that. He was trying to prevent the Ford.
is in the pipe, armed and ready.
I'm failing to cap gas. Okay, I got it. Probably gonna leave that light tank to fortify while I push these guys up. I'm clearing research facility. I think I'm gonna get that with my airbornes because, like I said, he didn't have defensive drops here because he was putting everything into like gamble type TAs. I'm gonna get town with my ground units. And look, he's got a lot of control in town with airbornes. I don't have a lot of airborne control in town.
We're sending in the reinforcements
I'm
now.
not doing so great there.
Unit
I don't have a lot going on at Beach. So I've got a lot of arrows right now, but this is still a pretty tenuous situation for me. What I need to do here is I need to start keeping some units alive. Luckily that big push I just made, capping all that stuff, got me a lot of TA. I'm not sure what's about to happen at Beach here. He's got that inf there. Look, I'm trying to get an airborne infantry in there. I don't see it. I don't have vision on that airborne, so he's gonna get stuck. My airborne's gonna try and get in there and not gonna be able to get in. So if I'm good, I'm gonna notice that, and I did. I noticed it, but I'm not okay. I'm running the info way. I noticed it. See, this was I was pretty much. I don't know if I was at the top of my game when this match was played, but I was pretty close to MVP here in early 2015. This was my micro was pretty high here. Like it almost makes me sad to watch this because of how slow my micro is right now compared to how it was when this match was played.
Fire mission received.
So I got a clutch kill there on that airborne. That was nice. Being able to kill the airborne in open air. I'm getting research facility back. I didn't have the airborne arties ready.
Count on us for
Or
anything.
did I?
We've got a situation, sir. Ready?
That one was ready. But anyway, I just chose to drop light arty barrages on his airbornes there, which may or may not kill them all the way. It's just, you know, sometimes you do it and it works, sometimes you do it and it doesn't. But it was better than nothing, right? Better than just letting them go uncontested. Because I really want research. That's an important point for me to have if I'm going to win this game, because I still don't have really good control of town. I should also point out that these three airbornes here, and this one I think too, I dropped my airbornes way back here because he had so much airborne control up here on the upper part of town on the USSR side and partially on my side, that if I tried to drop up there, those airbornes would be dead as soon as they hit the ground. So I couldn't drop up there, but I do want to get more airbornes in the town, get some more vision, start contesting his airbornes. He's not making as much TA anymore. Look, last time I looked at the scoreboard, I was down 200 points on the scoreboard. Now he's down 200 points. So I'm turning it around. I'm making more TA than he is. He's gasping for TA. He doesn't have a lot. So this is how I'm turning around. Look, he's got this stuff going on at Beach again.
We're
Like,
in combat.
it's these gambles that will decap things, and his hope is
We're
that
under attack.
I'm not going to have the means to recap it quickly. In this case, I have a med tank versus a light tank, which the med tank's kind of damaged. As long as I'm not stupid and I don't like completely miss it, that med tank should win.
Incoming fire, sir.
Tank buster in
I got an
Enemy
APC
target
here that I'm
destroyed, sir.
forgetting.
They're firing at us.
I think
They've
I'm
got one of your
microing over
units.
here right now at
Reinforcements
research
are on the way.
and maybe town. Oh, I was putting down tank busters. It's always interesting when you're in a 1v1 to see like where you're microing when you watch the replay. That's why it's sometimes cool to get like actual footage of yourself playing, because then you can see where you're microing at the time. When you're watching the replay, you're seeing yourself
Unit
forgetting
lost.
things. I lost that med. You see yourself forgetting things and you're like, no, how could I forget this? But then you watch yourself play on your
Awaiting you,
footage, and you
squad
can say,
members.
oh well, clearly I was microing at 110%
Your
here,
reinforcement
and
is ready.
We're in combat.
you know, I just
We're
couldn't
You
get
got
to it.
casualties.
We're in combat.
I mean, this was a
We're
clan
all in the
match, so
transport.
this was a clan war, so I really wanted to beat him here, so
We're under attack.
we were both probably trying as hard as we could muster that day. I don't know if this is the best 1v1 either
We're
of us have
ready
ever
to
played.
send another wave of reinforcements.
I also think we had played at least a couple others the same day. I have some other replays from the same day around the same time, so it may be that we were a little tired.
Unit killed.
Did I get that? I did not unload that APC. I hate that.
Hostile
I hate
target
seeing that
Your
destroyed.
happen.
reinforcements will be there in no time.
But yeah, so
10 minutes
we might have
remaining.
been
You lost a
a
unit.
bit fatigued at this point.
We're taking heat.
He might have been going in instead of his usual armor to like mix things up a little bit because he was feeling a little too predictable.
Wilco,
Or he was just
delivering
bored
a
and
Sheridan
wanted to
to your
try.
coordinates. Empire.
Your new units are at the
I don't know,
battlefield.
you gotta have some like plausible deniability that you could go
We're
either
taking
armor
heat.
in a 1v1. It's not helpful for you
We're
if you
They've
become
got one of your
one-dimensional.
units.
They're firing at us.
So I'm paying a heavy price for capping town right
Target is
now.
confirmed
If
dead,
you need
sir.
more units, just make the
I
call.
am still generating a lot of TA, I think. I've got his TV station, so I completely skipped over that entire operation I used to get TV station, but I had an APC that with an AT in it that ran up on this one point. There wasn't any forts in this point, and I just simply killed the forts over here with 2 tank busters, and that was that. And I capped TV. And I'm even trying to get a little greedy fort up here, get a clutch fort there, because that's very problematic for another player. If your home point gets enemy forts on it, like if he managed to fortify supermarket, like get a machine gun up or gas station, that would be bad news for me.
You got
I
casualties.
think I'm gonna win this fight here at
This is Hunter.
research.
Hostile
I
tanks
should win this
designated
fight.
as primary target.
Oh no, he's gonna get the cap though. That's bad luck for me. Neither of my direct arties fully killed the.
They've got one of your units.
We're under attack.
So I do think at this point I'm pretty much in control, and I'm putting the finishing touches on. That fortification didn't. Well, you know, it might still work out. I'm going to reinforce that, so he wasn't able to kill that AT
Reinforcements are on the way.
with his APC. He's using more TA on light tanks, which is probably a good idea. I mean, I don't have a lot to kill that right now.
At us.
You lost
I don't think
a
I
unit.
got reps up this entire match, so it's never a comfortable match if you don't have
Empire
reps.
down with airborne infantry.
You can tell if someone's fairly comfortable in a
Reinforcement
1v1
has arrived.
if they've got reps up. If both sides have reps, then it's kind of like a slow play game. But you know, it kind of signals that they have like a base of operations almost.
You got casualties.
If someone has reps up, because they feel comfortable putting a Jeep out there, a
We are ready
defenseless
to send
Jeep.
another wave of reinforcements.
You know, they don't want it getting killed by like a med chopper or something. So
We're in combat.
you know, it means they've got enough forts to defend their Jeeps. And that never really happens in this
Unit
game. And
killed.
it didn't happen a lot against GenX, because like I was explaining earlier, the matches between me and GenX just tended to go really quick. We both played pretty aggressively, and we never really tried to slow play anything.
We're in combat.
All those gambles he would take
We're in combat.
would mean that he runs out of steam eventually. If I could withstand the gambling and the decaps, then I could win. It's just
You lost a unit.
I mean, I knew that I knew that going into these matches. It's just harder said than done.
Deploying smoke, sir.
I mean, I'm losing my light tanks. I still haven't gotten reps up. He's getting my airbornes a lot.
Empire copies. The Sheridan is inbound.
Even when I've pretty much got him dead to rights here, he's still like putting up
Unit
a big
killed.
fight. And I just lost an APC with an AT in it, so my micro is being strained, right? When that happens, that means that my micro is being strained and I'm not microing as I should. So I was probably paying attention over here because I want to make a cap at research, and I made a cap at TV as well.
Expect your
So
new
I just
unit soon.
forgot. But I would have won that
Target
engagement
dead,
at beach
sir.
if I had just freaking unloaded my
You lost a unit.
AT out of the APC.
Wilco, delivering
That's
airborne infantry
unfortunate.
to your coordinates.
The mid tank is still going to
Fantastic.
finish
You're
off the
about to
APC,
win.
I think, and then a decap. The drop more light tanks with my abundance of
Your
TA.
reinforcement is ready.
I think at this point I'm just forgetting about the repairs. It might be wise for me to drop repairs here if I get some extra TA, because I know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put the finishing touches on now and end it, because I know I'm so close.
Unit killed.
Um, but in the event that he turns
Just
it
give the order
around,
and
it
we'll
would be
send in some
helpful
more
to have
units.
this 1 bar medium tank and this light tank back in the battle.
We're all in the transport.
Infantry hit and killed.
We're sending in the
So
reinforcements
here's
now.
another
You
light
lost a
tank
unit.
drop. This one's less of a
That's a
gamble.
confirmed kill.
That's a reasonable light tank drop there. I'm just not a big fan of dropping units in a place where I know they might immediately die. I've never liked that. Not in 1v1s, not in 4v4s.
Enemy
When I
target
drop
destroyed.
light tanks,
Reinforcements are
I
here.
never drop them on point. I drop them in the back. I drop them where I can control them and then move them onto the point. You don't lose that much time,
Hostile
and you might
target
just save a
destroyed.
unit.
They got us targeted.
It was clutch that I killed that
We're in
airborne right
combat.
there. But I got this. This is it. That was a pretty tough one. It's always a tough match against GenX. Like, I picked one that I won, but he beat me quite a bit. He's a great player. Like I was saying in the beginning of the match, he just does some things that really run you over. Ultimately, I think probably what really got me out of the woods here was once I kind of got things a little bit under control, I started making a play for research. That's a big problem for him. Playing from the USSR side, you need research to win. There's not a lot of scenarios if you're the USSR player where you win without having research. So that was big when I got airbornes in there without him having anything to defend it. And I used TA to clear the points, and I had that cap. And all of a sudden, he can't really focus that much on gas station anymore. He can't try and push that because he just lost his backfield, right? I think Beach pretty much went 50-50 the whole time. Neither one of us really won our engagements on Beach. I held it enough to end up winning, and I held it enough in the beginning, I guess, to stave off defeat. It also, contesting Beach effectively protects Supermarket too, so I can get ports up there, and I don't lose my base of operations. I eventually got lots of town control, so there was a point in this match where I had basically no town control at all. I had like 1 airborne, and he had 4 or 5. But now you can see I've got pretty good town control, both my backfield, a little bit in the mid, and then way up there, up front. I had I think to really start finishing them off when I got that AT and APC to go cap TV, and I had that AT hanging around for a little while. Is that him? No, that's an airborne. I think the AT was killed. But that made it hard for him to stop my comeback or stop my advance. And then I just started getting a cascade of TA that I could use to um, wrestle control of the rest of the map from him, and eventually it turned out well for me. So well fought 1v1. GG.